Okay, folks, welcome back. We're gonna add another key character to our storybook today, and this one's been a real struggle for me. Of course, we're back to the bunny. This is the first one that video I released. If you want to see how it all came together, I'll link the first video in the description below. What we're going to try to do is we're trying to draw the Jack Russell, and we're going to try to use the concepts of this bunny to make the Jack Russell. So I'm debating. I made a copy, as you can see. I made a copy of it, so we're not destroying our original work. But I want to try to, I like the lines and the way this one worked out, and I want to try to, as you probably saw real quick, I have tried to do the Jack Russell. There's my practice, and I did a short showing my practice. But you know, see how it doesn't look as clean as the bunny does? It just, I mean, it's okay, but it really just, it isn't to the, sadly, the quality of the first attempt at doing this illustration stuff. So it kind of is bothering me. And then, so I am going back to the bunny to try to recapture what I did here. You know, and you can see the lines are more deliberate, they're more pronounced than what I used to do the Jack Russell on the other one. So, like I said, I'm going to try to use this as much as possible to try to recreate the puppy. So, let's see what we can do here. Probably, like I said, I don't know whether we move stuff around or what. Or we could draw another outline. You know, we outlined the bunny. He's got the whiskers and everything. I mean, we could combine some of that and move it around. And that's part of drawing, is the exploration part of it. And I've really had a lucky go of it in the last couple weeks. Is it just came together. You know, the struggle was maybe getting the texture right, but everything coming together. But right now, it's been tough. Been tough to do the dog. So let's go ahead and start with the nose. How about that? And we're gonna do the black and the Jack Russell's nose, or maybe we should draw on top in the blue first. And kind of outline how we're going to convert them. That's a good idea. I'm glad y'all thought of that. So we're going to go on top, and we're going to go to our dark blue, and we'll go to our liner, and you know, Jack Russell's nose kind of look better the same, but it kind of comes down more like this, doesn't it? Ooh, that's horrible. Maybe if I turn the symmetry on. Oh, we could do that. Let's turn on our, where was it? Let's see. Canvas, drawing guide, yes. Yes, please. Squares ain't gonna do it for the symmetry. And we'll slide it over. Slide, or do we slide it with this thing? Alright. Let's put it right there. Alright. So let's turn it on our layer. This is assisted. It's good. So there we go. That's kind of more of what a Jack Russell's nose would look like, right? And we want to stay the eyes. The eyes are good, but Jack Russell is more of what the round is, would be up here. You kind of can just move that up. What do you think? His ears, let's just move that up. Let's try to do this. So that's that layer there, and that layer there. So let's go to this layer. We'll go to select, And let's move it up. And that's one thing about our digital art, is we can actually do that kind of stuff, right? And then go back to this layer and this one, and we'll move that one up just for, probably wind up deleting that one anyway. But anyway, now we've got the head wider, which is kind of what the Jack Russell. His ears, we go back to our blue layer, his ears would be like right here, and they kind of round off. Oh no, they kind of come to it. Well, let's go this way. They kind of flatten off like that, don't they? Yeah, and come out, and just had to do it the other direction. Look at that. That's kind of how his ears are going to go, right? And then he got the extra head, and it kind of necks down into something like this. And then we can move that nose down. Let's try that. Okay. Just doesn't want to do it anyway. That's kind of fun. Kind of interesting. Like I said, this may be a work in progress. That's our blue. Okay, so we know the top of the puppy's going to be up there. Usually a puppy's probably going to have his tongue out, right? Something along that lines. And it's hard to see with both that and the rabbit. We'll get rid of the ear. Let's just turn his ears off for right now. See what that looks like. Oh no. Interesting. And let's okay, so the coloring, the one thing about the Russell is, at least the one I have, he's kind of I think that nose thing is too big. What do you think? Let's turn off the whiskers. Which one's the whiskers on? There's one set of whiskers. There's the other set of whiskers. Or maybe we can move them down. Let's combine them. Oop. Undo. Wrong layer. There we go. I don't know if this is going to work, folks. I don't know. See, the tongue would be on the top of everything, right? So let's go ahead and add a layer. Let's start giving him a little color. Turn on our assist on that layer. it in. And let's go ahead and turn off that and that. Oh, no. Undo. Let's turn off his nose so we can get more of a puppy. Turn off some of these layers real quick. That's clouds. Oh, that's gonna bother me. That's off. How about that? There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn the whiskers off too. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and let's draw the nose in. That's going to make that assisted. Let's go into black. Oh, he doesn't look too bad. Kind of cute when you get all the bunny stuff off of him. Let's draw some ears. Let's get another layer. Yeah, let's go ahead and assist that one too. And mostly the ears of a Jack Russell, at least mine, is black. So we're gonna, I get the right layer? I did, okay. Okay, fill that. And then most of his head it's mostly brown, so we'll probably leave that brown there. And then we'll start adding the texture. And this is going to be white down here, his mouth. So probably have to add under the eyes maybe. And this is white. Assisted, didn't turn it on. There we go. You know what? Maybe white's not the best color for that, because I need white hair and I want the white texture. So probably, what do you think? Let's just leave it brown. Let's do a brown. Let's do brown. Let's pick up that brown right there. And let's turn off the body. And I'm guessing the lower face, yeah, so we can see what we're doing. Okay. And now, this is where I'm going to draw another layer. Maybe add this part. Did I assist? Nope, didn't. Y'all gotta remind me. Come on now. Little help here now. Little help. Just take it to the crest of the nose there. All right. Hey, that's not too bad. Is that a little too dark though? Oh, that looks a little dark. That's better. That's better. That's better, better, better. And I'll push it behind the other one, so Let's go more on top of there, right? Oop, we lost our eyes. Poor puppy can't see. Put it up there with the ears. There we go. How's that looking so far? Let's turn off the blue. He's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. So now I know that the stroke that we used, we can't see it there. We can see it here. I gotta turn on the layer though. See that right there? We don't need that one on anymore. Should probably delete some of these layers now that we kind of, is head too wide? Well, we can shrink the whole thing later. Let's see. So far, that's pretty good. I'm gonna throw the body back on him. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's gonna be mostly white. We may have to redraw that one. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and fill it. Not white, because we want white hair, don't we? Let's play. All right, it's time to play. Let's go ahead and add a layer on top. Let's make it a clipping mask, and let's go find that brush I used. Let's see. I don't think it was that one. That's, I mean, I can make it bigger, I guess. I think it was a tap. I should have wrote it down or said it in the video, and I don't think I did. Let's go look, let's do some browsing. I'm pretty sure it was in BeeJayDeL's. It's not that one. Is it this? Oh, that's it. That's it. Alright, so let's go back and look at the bunny and see how I did the fur on it. So you can see, well, mostly he's gray. Well, the adorapals are going to be black, but we have the brown background. Okay. We follow the flow of the. Okay, so we've got our masking layer. We're going to go with the white. Alright. Okay. Alright. And we're going to. Okay. And then we've got. See how that all blends together? And I noticed on the other ones too. So I'm brown, maybe not the color. Should I make the background black? Let's look. Let's do a fill of that. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it? But I can't really do black because then I won't get a texture of the spots. How about a dark gray, and then the black will show up. Okay, let's try that. How's that look? You're right. Let's lighten up the green. I think the green's too dark in the background. Let's pick up that color. Let's go a little bit lighter on that one. Yeah, even lighter than that, huh? Yeah, that helps. That helps. Lose a lot of the other stuff, but we'll add that later. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and get rid of our grassy knoll for right now. Just go with the blue. Looks good. Now we can come back and non-mask. Like I think I don't have that as a masking layer. I don't. Look at there. I put it on the wrong layer. Well. Funny haha or funny strange. I was going to say we can come back and add the little hairs come off. So we want to add some white ones too. Go. Yeah. Now does that fuzzy him out too much? Well, we'll come back and get the eraser and take some of that off if we need to. Kind of do that. They're kind of a little bit of wild haired, but I like that. I think I can live with that. That's much better. Still, maybe I overdid it. We'll come back and revisit that in a minute. Let's try to get this face mapped out. Okay, so there's 3 colors. There's 2 down here, but there's 3 colors. You want to do the ears first? Good idea. Let's try to do the ears. So what we did with that gray, didn't we? So we got that dark gray. Let's go back up to the ears. Alright, there they are. Let's go ahead and fill those ears with that darker gray. And then let's add a layer. And then we want to make it a clipping mask. Alright, let's go to black. We got our brush. Alright, oop, done. Okay. So let's now, do you think that gray is too dark? And what we're going to do, we want to get our Jack Russell Brown. Maybe that's too much. Right there. It's got some. Lightly on the tip. You gotta stay with it. There we go. Oop, too much. And right here on the tips, this one, it's got a little bit of color. Maybe up there a little bit. Looks a little too sporadic. And that's one thing about them, they're very asymmetrical. So now, this is going to be the fun part. So there's a lot of the brown patches over the eyes. So we're going to go to the face. We're going to create a masking layer on that one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the black first, I think. And we're going to really, his hair comes flowing out like at a curve, like not that much, like this. And how it rolls with the skull like that. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll come back with our brown, and it rolls as well. It rolls from the nose, you know, so like, it's going to be like here. So that roll around like a circle, like it circles from the nose, and that kind of creates a little depth, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Happy accidents. Thanks, Bob. Bob Ross. Used to love him as a kid. All right, then we got some white. Right here, coming straight up. I think less is more on some of that. And then we got, honestly, he's got black. Coming all the way to the nose. Oh, it's going to be tough to do that. Should have done it. Oh, I think that's going to work. I like that. I like that. There's a cute puppy. Who's a cute puppy? Yeah. Oop, it's coming from the nose. It's got some black right there. And then he's got a lot of ooh, that's too much. Kind of like an angle, right? There we go. Nope. Nope. That's closer. Nope. Got like a Magnum PI mustache. Let's see where his nose is at. I may have to move his face up. That's going to be interesting how that's going to work. happened to my colors? I need black back. Okay. And we did it this way. He's got black patches right here on these eyes too. And then we've got brown, just very similar to the other one, all around the eye. It goes all the way down below his eye. Oop. Too many times in one spot. And then we've got black at the top. And that comes up from here. Dark there. Lady. Is his nose got to move down? Is that what's going to happen? Too much there. How about right there? Right there. Okay, now we got to. Now what are we gonna do? Gonna move his eyes down. Not too much. I don't think we want to move the eyes actually. And what are we gonna do? We got to figure out what we're gonna do with that. Nope, that was the ears. This right here. Well, I'm gonna erase it. What eraser we got? Oh, that's a bummer. That's my fault. My fault. Wrong layer. Keep making omelet without breaking some eggs. Let's give us more of a nose though. Right? That doesn't look alright. That erased okay. Let's come back and let's start with the white. What do you think? Start with the white going back up the nose. Probably the only thing that's symmetrical about that is that white around the nose and the mouth. Oh, I know what the problem is with that one. Let's look at that. His head's too wide when you do that though, doesn't it? I have to shrink that in. I think you got to do it though. Let's get the tongue in the right spot. For some reason the tongue is on the wrong layer. There we go. Now I want, you know what I want, oh, undo that. You know what I want to do? I want to merge. I think I want to merge this and this. Yep, that's what I want to do. And if we have to push his head in a little bit, we may have to. But this way, I've got the mask, and I could come down here, do this. Too many tabs. Yeah. He's just, his face is a little too wide, right? It's cute. I like it. It's cute, and it's definitely better than what I've been doing. All right, let's mask this one. And that hair will probably go this direction, won't it? Yeah. You know what? What we need is a... No. Wrong texture. That was fun. What kind of texture does the tongue have? They're kind of wrinkly, aren't they? I bet you material. Let's go down to materials and like clay or something. No, that's not. Is that big enough? No. Nope. Was on the... I didn't create a masking layer, no wonder. Clipping mask. Okay, let's try to find a better one. Does that look like a tongue? Yep, too dark. Now if I did it there, that'll be lighter. Nope. Let's try something else. Try a little something new. Try a little something different. Try a little something no one else has done. Take a little different view. Try a little something new. That's the magic trick to having fun, fun, fun. There, that's cute. I can work with that. All right, so we've got that. We've got the eye patches. Good coloring. We need. I think we need to shrink his head in. I think so. He's too wide for his face, but I like where his nose is. I like where his eyes are, and everything else. Ugh, this is gonna be tough. You have to select all the layers. I think you do this. No, not that. You do this. That one. Everything that's on. Oh, that one. Not the body. I don't have to worry about the body. It's just the head. Okay. So select that one. That one. That one. That one. This and that. And that. And that. And that. come up here, right? And now we're going to warp it. Or is it uniform? Just a little wide. I think you've got to, how about freeform? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that, huh? Oh, there. Oh, I love it. I think that's perfect. Oh, I think he's cute. I think he's a keeper. I think he's a keeper. Hello, Philo. My puppy. I think he's a keeper. I think that's it, folks. We can add the background. Get rid of the bunny. But we all started with the bunny. Wasn't that pretty neat? I think it's a neat thing. That's one thing I really enjoy about digital art is the ability to take something you really liked already, and if you're struggling, you can kind of try to use what you already did and morph it into something else. And like I said, it's just a copy, so you're not losing anything, but you just got to try stuff. Just got to try. Got to try new things because they might taste good. All right, so we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and put a background in there. Looks good. Let's go ahead and add a layer. We'll add some of these textures. Like I said, love BeeJayDeLs. Maybe darker for those. They're further back, right? I'm gonna practice. I took some pictures the other day of a squirrel, and I'm gonna try to add a squirrel to the book. And I took some pictures of oak trees and try to add some of the bark and maybe start making oak trees. But I know I've got to get a red barn. Of course, this is on the farm. It's where the book is centered around. So, but let's put some clouds in the sky, and we'll call it a video for today. The happy little clouds. And always want an angry one or two. Maybe I don't want him on top though. Just hide. There we go. Not too much. Oh. Yeah. Ooh, dark one. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, and thanks for experimenting with me and talking me through this process. I was really struggling with the video, but I think having just somebody to talk to really helped me through this one. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this, and I guarantee you if this helped you along your journey from becoming an author to an illustrator, this next video will too. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next week.